Prince of Wales then is in Rio this week to present his Environmental Earthshot Prize. He'll then travel to the COP30 climate summit being held in Brazil. Kate Mansey is assistant editor at The Times and hosts the Royals podcast. She's with William in Rio. She sent us this voice message from there and told us the royal family wants to get us to stop talking about the man who used to be Prince Andrew.
The royal family will really be hoping to put the debacle of Andrew, the former prince, the former Duke of York, behind them after a series of statements and revelations keep coming about his behaviour, the way that he conducted his friendship with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and the way in which this scandal just hasn't managed to move on from the front pages of the newspapers and the bulletins. William will really be hoping this week of all weeks, as he takes his place on the world stage, as he joins the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, at the Earthshot Prize event on Wednesday night, and as he goes up to address world leaders at COP in Belém on Thursday, that nobody's talking about Andrew, that they're talking about the good work of the monarchy. And this has been what has really aggravated the king and other members of the family for so long. It's not just the scandal around Andrew, it's the fact that it overshadows everything the monarchy does and undermines the work of the institution. And that's why the king has said enough's enough, has taken such a strong line on Andrew.
Well, that was Kate Mansey there, the assistant editor at The Times, and she is in Rio. President Trump was asked for his thoughts on the King's decision to strip his brother of his peerages and the title of Prince by a reporter aboard his Air Force One on the way back from Mar-a-Lago late last night.
I feel very badly. I mean, it's a terrible thing that's happened to the family. That's been a tragic situation, and it's too bad. I mean, I feel badly for the family.
So looking forward then, what does the Crown have to do to put this scandal behind them? Ed Owens is a royal historian and author of The Family Firm. Good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, the King has now stripped Andrew of most of his titles and the other elements of special treatment, I suppose, that he enjoyed. What's left?
Very little is left. Obviously, it remains to be seen exactly where he's going to be set up at Sandringham. But he remains a public figure, although at the margins. However, this entire debacle has opened up a Pandora's box of problems for the monarchy, not least questions over how the institution is financed. I think it's significant that yesterday the Sunday Times was reporting that Andrew pocketed £15 million from the sale of the Sunning Hill estate, his previous home before Royal Lodge, and that raises questions over how the Crown estate works, because that was a Crown estate property originally, and how the private finances of the royal family work.
Yeah, that is such a good point. People will be really interested to hear that. I mean, is there any way of auditing, I suppose, his finances? Is there any formal way that MPs can do that Parliament can do that? Is there any way to bring transparency to this?
Well, we've had calls from members of Parliament, notably the Liberal Democrats, to have some kind of formal audit of Andrew's finances to work out where he has got his money from. And more recently, Andrew Loney, the former Prince Andrew's biographer, has also demanded a closer investigation of Andrew's finances. However, I don't think the monarchy will want to front up regarding this in any way at all, because what it will lead to are further difficult discussions, further difficult investigations of how the institution is financed and how the individual members of the family are financed individually as well.
And there is a call as well for him to lose his military medals in some cases. Is that fair in your view?
It's difficult to say because it was such a long time ago, more than 40 years ago, and we know that he did serve with bravery and courage in the context of the Falkland Islands. It depends on I suppose what the public want ultimately. If they feel that he no longer is deserving of those medals, despite the fact that he did perform the military service more than 40 years ago. Then perhaps he will have those taken away as well. But how much further can the man be relegated?
And just finally, she's having to move, but there are reports that she's been hit much harder in terms of her sort of mental health by what's happened, and that she's now really struggling. Is there a suggestion that either she or both of them might now move abroad?
As it stands, I don't have any further information on that. We know that the former Duchess of York has had difficulties with these kind of things before. In the past, she has managed to bounce back from adversity. So I would expect that, after a period of lying low, she might return to public life.
Ed, thank you so much for joining us. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
That is Ed Owens there, royal historian and author of The Family Firm.
If he deserved his medals for fighting in a war, let him keep his medals.
I think that's fair enough, don't you?
I mean, if he either deserved them, if he deserved them, he should be able to keep them. I think that must be fair enough.
The government's been guided by the decisions and judgments the King's made. In defence, it's exactly the same, and we've seen Andrew surrender the honorary positions he's had throughout the military, and guided again by the King, we are working now to remove that last remaining title of Vice Admiral that he has.
So he will be stripped of his remaining military title?
We're working with the palace, we're working on that at the moment. This is a move that's right. It's a move that the King has indicated we should take, and we're working on that at the moment.
She'd be so proud. He's just Andrew. He's no longer a prince. And she is celebrating from the heavens right now, saying, I did it. This normal girl from a normal family has taken down a prince. We are so proud of her. We have to have some sort of investigation that goes further into this. I mean, he's still walking around a free man. I commend the King. I think he's doing an amazing job as a world leader, setting a precedent, but we need to take it one more step further. He needs to be behind bars, period.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? What do you think? Should the MPs be allowed to debate the lawyers in the House of Commons?
God bless you.